Hello, guys. Welcome back. I'm excited for this one. We have a special guest today. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes, thank you for having me, guys. I'm Laura Miano. I'm a sex therapist based in Melbourne.
Woo!
This is going to be an exciting episode. Our first guest.
And
And I feel like this is going to be our first actual educational podcast because we've got a guest
And we have an experienced guest.
that knows what she's talking about.
Exactly. So let's kick this off with what you do.
Mhm.
So you do kind of like therapy, like is it
Yeah.
sex therapy?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's sex therapy. So I see individuals and couples. I run my own sex therapy practice.
Amazing.
And yeah, I'll see people for a bunch of different reasons. Mismatched desire in relationships is a big one.
Wait, what does that mean?
Yeah, what's that mean? You're going to get a lot of that, by the way. What does that mean?
Yeah, like
I'm ready.
Explain, please explain.
Mismatched desire is when two partners in a relationship have different levels of desire. So one person wants it more than the other.
Right.
Oh, okay.
Which is like very common.
Very
right?
common.
Is it
Super
usually
common.
the guy that wants it more than the girl?
Typically, yeah.
Yeah, right.
Really?
Okay.
See, I have been in relationships where I'm the one who wants it more,
Yeah.
which is such an ego killer,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Like I remember this one guy I was dating, he would work all day and come home and I would be like, because I stayed home and cleaned the house.
Mm.
That was a rough time in my life. We won't go into depth, but he would come home and I'm like, yay, want to cuddle and like kiss and have
Yeah.
affection and
Yeah.
Like
sexy
connect.
time. And he's like, I'm so wrecked.
Yeah.
And I felt so rejected.
Mm.
Rejection is a big one for the
Yeah.
one that wants it more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For like a
100%.
healthy like dynamic, would you say it's healthier for them both parties to want it just as much, or if the guy wants it more than the girl, like what's the like perfect dynamic? Would you say?
I mean, it's ideal if they want it the same amount. However, if they want it in different amounts, it's completely fine. It's just about how they communicate about it and how they can kind of meet in the middle and problem solve when maybe one person wants it and the other doesn't.
Well,
Yeah,
and
right, okay.
like, would you say, I don't want to be like sexist or anything, but men aren't as good at communicating, especially on an emotional level as women, right?
Yes,
No?
but I do actually see that with this issue, it's both men and women that struggle to communicate because
Yeah.
sex is usually seen as like 0 or 100. So like you're not having sex or you're having like a full session of sex. So when one person doesn't want it as much, rather than saying like, can we just kiss for a little bit or just cuddle or just like, let's cuddle naked and go to sleep, like meeting in the middle, it's just like a no. And
Yeah,
then,
yeah. See, that's what
Yeah.
happens with Lockie and I.
I'm
like-
confused. I'm so confused.
Like, 'cause sometimes you just want to kiss and cuddle and you don't want to have sex. And Lockie will be like, I'm not having sex. I'm like, I actually didn't want to have sex. But like now that
Yeah.
you're saying, I don't want to.
Because that would
Yeah.
fall into like intimacy, right? That's
Exactly,
still like
it's connecting intimacy.
Yeah, so you can have intimacy without having sex.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Why
Okay.
do guys struggle just to have intimacy?
Well, we get bricked up, don't we?
Yeah, and they get uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's like a bit of frustration, I feel.
Yeah, so they're like,
Yeah.
oh, now I have to get it out.
Yeah, it's like a build up. It's like, oh, like it can be frustrating. Not all the time.
Yeah.
I feel like it's different if you're in a relationship, but if I was just like cuddling for like an hour before bed and I'm bricked up for like 30 minutes, I'm going to need to have a bit of a release, you know?
That's where like the communication is good, because if the person that doesn't want the full sex just says, hey, I'm not feeling like the full thing, but can we just do this? Then you know what to expect,
Yeah,
right? You're not
yeah.
on edge for
Yeah.
an hour waiting like, is it going to go to the next
Anticipation.
thing?
Yes. Yeah, right.
But also, I feel like foreplay is such a big thing too.
So big, yeah.
And then some people will just skip straight to it and then it's not enjoyable for the other person.
Absolutely. That's such a big one.
Yeah.
And more so men will skip to the
They
end
will
part.
just go, yeah, let's go, let's get it in. But then
Yeah.
we really crave the intimacy part of it.
Absolutely. And yeah, the women typically need that foreplay because it takes them a while to kind of like open up and become aroused.
Yes.
And often men are actually keen to do that, but it's not something that they need as much.
Yes.
So I always encourage, like, if the woman wants that, ask for that and guide the man to that, because he's most of the time keen for that.
Yeah, I feel like I have taught my partners how to enjoy the foreplay.
Yeah. I feel like the foreplay is like almost like the best bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's like the anticipation, like the build up. Like I love all that, you know?
Yeah. But would you typically do that, or would you
I
go
do.
straight to the?
Nah, I feel like if it's like a new relationship, I would go straight into, or not straight into it, but I would jump into it a bit faster. But I feel like when I'm in a relationship, then like I enjoy the affection, the intimacy before the actual sex, like and the build up, the foreplay and stuff.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like so good for me as well. You know?
So you
Yeah,
connect.
it's nice when a
Yeah.
guy actually wants to pleasure his partner
Mm,
because it shows
absolutely.
that they like actually care.
Yeah.
But it's good when they become aroused from their partner feeling good.
Yes, absolutely. That's
Yeah.
where it's like very complimentary. It's like one person gets
Yes.
aroused and then the other person gets aroused from their arousal.
Yeah,
and
see,
it just
sex should
builds.
always be complimentary.
Yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So what's like the main problem is like miscommunication. Have you ever experienced the female wanting it more and the man not?
Definitely.
Okay,
that
what
comes up too, yeah.
are there reasons why the man's not feeling it?
With men, I see when they're kind of stressed, but also when they're like depression, low mood. That's a big one.
Right.
Loneliness.
Interesting.
And yeah, if they're not like feeling good about themselves in their daily life, often that's the kind of guy that would have lower desire.
So low self-esteem
Wow.
equals low sex drive.
Yeah.
Okay, that's so
Wow.
interesting.
That is interesting.
So how do you coach the couples and help them? Like what strategies do you give them to help?
Well, yeah, it depends on what the issue is. So like, because there's also like sexual pain. There's
Sexual pain?
Yeah, what's
struggling.
that?
Yeah.
Also, if like a girl's got like endometriosis,
That can be one, endometriosis, that causes deeper pain usually. But there's also another condition where women will struggle to relax during sex, or they might fear penetration. So they are quite tight and tense.
That's from trauma, right?
Sometimes, yeah, it can be from trauma. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. And so they struggle to have any penetrative sex. So
wow.
yeah, that's also a really common one, and not many people like talk about it. So they're very isolated. Like women that experience that.
But that's so sad that you wouldn't feel comfortable enough to like open up to your partner about those issues. But it happens so much. Like the communication is everything.
Absolutely. I honestly feel though, like a lot of the people that have sexual issues, they are comfortable talking about things, but they just don't know how. And they also don't know, like, for example, someone with sexual pain, they might not know what brings them pleasure, or not know that they can ask for this foreplay to be extended out for longer than half an hour, because they think
makes me sad that they can't like be open about that with their
and
partner.
I feel like you should, especially if you're in a relationship, you should be able to like be open about it. And I think the more open you are in terms of like sex, the better your sex is, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Like, so you know exactly what each other wants, what each other likes, and it just makes the whole experience more enjoyable for both parties, right?
Totally.
Yeah.
But the thing is, people like often think their way through sex. They don't feel their way through it. So
what do you mean?
Yeah, so they will think, okay, I should be doing kissing now. I should be doing foreplay. I should be doing penetrative sex.
Oh no, you can't overthink it.
Yeah. They're the ones that usually run into issues.
Yeah, like
it's so common.
Yeah, so like for me and Lockie, sometimes I'll be like, why are you taking so long? And I'm like, it's been a minute. I'm like, I'm so offended. I'm like, why? What's wrong? I'm like, does it not feel good? And then he's like, stop saying that. Like, it's making it worse.
Because if that's right. Because it's the opposite. Whatever you say, it's the opposite.
Because then the guy will overthink it and he's like, oh shit, I've got to like be fast about this.
And then you can't.
Oh my God,
but then
she's going to like have a breakdown and she's going to like start this whole thing and be like, am I not pretty enough? Like, do you not love me?
That's right. But then it goes the other way as well. I feel like if a girl says like, don't come, like you gotta like fight not coming in because you like, it's the opposite.
Like an anxiety.
Yeah.
Maybe I should do reverse psychology and be like,
don't come
yet.
You come straight away. Oh my gosh. So what other like common issues do you have with couples and stuff in regards to sex?
Yeah, so another one, with men is ED, like erectile dysfunction, where they struggle to maintain or get an erection.
Oh.
Another is premature ejaculation, so where they lose control and they come faster than they want to. Delayed ejaculation in men as well, so that's when they struggle to climax. That one's less known. But
that would kill me, dude. Oh.
So how do you,
it's like-
okay, let's go through them. So the first one
Yeah.
was ED, you said. Like, how do you coach people, like men, through that?
Yeah. Well, firstly, I'd figure out why I think they have it. So porn is a really big one.
Oh my God, porn is so bad
Yeah.
for men's mental health, for their brain.
Yeah.
Like, I think we spoke about
Yeah,
this
we
last
did.
week.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Like, a lot of men now are opting not to watch it
Yeah.
because it ruins their personal sex life, and
Absolutely.
it ruins their
They drive. For
their
sex.
drive for it,
Yeah.
because it becomes so easy.
And I feel like the dopamine as well. It's like a quick dopamine hit when you watch porn, right? And it's so
Yeah.
easily accessible. You can have that dopamine hit whenever you want. So I feel like it takes more then to actually get that same dopamine when you're having sex with your actual partner, right?
Absolutely.
But why?
Yeah.
But why? Does that mean that they enjoy porn more?
Well, porn is like a super stimulus. So the dopamine levels that it activates is such a high level that partnered sex, especially in a long-term relationship, just rarely would elicit that same response.
Oh my God, this is making me so sad.
Yeah.
So like they can't get that same like high and pleasure that they can from
Because it's
porn.
same. Because they can just go onto porn and be like, oh, brunette, blonde, different. Like,
Well, often the thing that's the most kind of arousing and pleasurable with porn is going from video to video to video. It's like the scrolling, because there's all these different images and different sexual acts happening. You're just like flooded.
Yeah,
And
right.
with a partnered experience,
you can't make
it's
that
not
happen.
changing and flickering,
No.
like, yeah, you just can't produce that same like response.
That is actually just so damaging for a man. Like, you think
Yeah.
about how much testosterone they already have.
Well, I think it also skews their expectations of sex.
Yes.
Oh,
Because
yes,
in so many
100%.
ways, actually, like how they should pleasure another woman and how another woman, like what another woman needs. In porn, it's like so easy, for her
Yeah.
to orgasm.
Yeah, like
which is
every
not
woman's
realistic.
so different in what they
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
during
and
sex.
I feel as well with porn, like people forget that it's like acting, right? Like
It's
it's
fake.
fake,
Absolutely.
right? So then
Yeah.
I feel like especially guys, when they're younger and they start watching porn earlier in their teens and whatnot, when they do start having intercourse with women, then they think that that's what sex is when it's actually not. Like
Absolutely.
girls don't tend to get off on like
just penetration.
or like
Yeah.
hard sex like you would see in pornos, right?
Absolutely.
my
Yes.
God.
Yeah.
I
Also
don't.
body image issues as well with guys, I've noticed. Like
Oh, because they see like this perfect
body,
perfect wee
perfect
wee
penis,
yeah.
and how long that person lasts for, how they like hard the entire time.
Yeah, so
which
it
is
would,
normal for erections to go up and down a little bit.
it would
Yeah.
fuck with their self-esteem as well.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow, that is
Crazy.
bad.
It is detrimental.
Honest-
Porn is detrimental. But what about the other way? What about if women watch porn? Is that any worse? Any different?
I would say maybe it's it can have just as bad impacts, but maybe it's not as detrimental, especially on the expectation side of things, because
right.
it is typically a little bit easier for guys to orgasm, so they don't they don't have that skewed expectation from watching porn. But it's still like essentially when you watch porn while you masturbate, you're like hyper focused on this external thing, right? And you're not, if you're touching yourself, you're not really like in tune with your body. You're not like noticing all the little sensations, the touch, because you're just like hyper focused on this other thing.
I have never needed to watch porn.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah.
Like, I've probably watched it a couple times. This is so toxic and weird. But like the only reason I watched it was because Lockie told me he did. So I would watch it and be like, oh my God, this is what my partner's watching. And that's what aroused me.
Oh, nice.
Not the
yeah.
actual, like not the actual thing. I was like,
Yeah.
this is so fucking cringe. But I was like, I'm aroused because he's aroused from that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
nice.
Does that, yeah.
Yeah.
And I've always, when I do masturbate, I can just lay there and put like a whole story together in my head and just imagine it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
and that's
nice.
all I need. Like, I don't need to see.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
I know guys are more visual.
They're more visual.
Way
Yeah.
more visual.
Yeah.
So
I feel like porn just like taps into their mind. Like it's
Yeah.
just so addictive. And,
so
Yeah.
addictive. Yeah. It's just another addiction of the world.
Yeah, it is. I remember vividly when I stopped watching porn in January 2021.
Nice.
Yeah, I
4
stopped
years ago.
watching like completely because I obviously went through the whole rabbit hole of like how bad it is for you. Like I was like, why am I watching so much? Why do I need it so much? And all this sort of stuff. And then I was actually seeing a girl at the time, and she like educated me on it. She's a smart girl, and she educated me and she scared me off it. And ever since that, I remember my sex life just got so much better, and like I've never turned back. Maybe the occasional like once or twice I've done it, or like a handful of times in like 2-3 years. But if I've been away or something like that, but it's never actually been like physical porn watching. It's been like a nude or something from like my partner, and I feel like that like gets me by. But I feel like my sex definitely took like a drastic change. Like it was so much better.
How so?
Like I was able to, I was able to get like hard quicker. I lasted longer. I had more feeling and sensation. I didn't want it to just be like, oh, I just need a release. Like I was actually I am actually enjoying it. Whereas before I felt like I was just doing it because I needed to like get off.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, for that like massive dopamine.
Yeah,
hit.
but now, like I said, it's more of like the build up. I enjoy like the foreplay. I enjoy the whole experience. And like, I feel like it's like such a nice feeling afterwards, post sex. Whereas before it was just like, oh, I'm done now. Like, I can carry on with my day. Whereas now I'm like, oh, that was good. Like I can reflect and be like, that was actually good for both of us, you know?